Okay, so if I have 3 whole pizzas, let's think about that for a minute. If I have 3 whole pizzas, what's a fourth of 1 pizza? Okay. What's a fourth of 2 pizzas? A half. What's a fourth of 3 pizzas? Okay, so I know it's going to be at least 3/4, so how are we getting a 12?
From the algorithm.
Okay, so that's why you don't always want to go right to the algorithm, because if you think about it, let's draw some pizzas, okay? Turn it over and let's draw some pizzas. 3 1/3 pizzas, to be exact. And remember to divide into thirds, you just do the peace sign. Okay, you go 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? And then I'm going to take away 2/3 because I have 3 1/3. Okay, go ahead and color in 3 1/3 pieces. You might have that. Let's see. It could be different though. 1, 2, 3 1/3. Okay, there's 3 1/3. So, how would you figure out what's 1/4 of 1 pizza?
A fourth of 1 pizza.
Yeah. Okay, so if you've got 1 pizza and you've got a fourth of it, you have, why don't we do repeated addition? You've got 1/4 here, right? Yes? How much would you have here? Another whole pizza. If you're trying to figure out 1/4 of a whole pizza, how much would you have for your second pizza?
4 times 1/4.
Is that 4 times 1/4?
4 of 1/4. 3 of...
Okay, think about it like this. Here's a whole pizza. You have 1. So what's a fourth of 1? 1/4. Okay. But you have 2 pizzas. So what's a fourth of 2 pizzas? Okay, so are we done yet then? We've got 3/4 right here. So that covers our whole number part. But now we have to figure out what a fourth of a third is.
Fourth of a third is 1/4.
Okay, so if you have this, 3/4, and Rowan's saying a 12, a fourth of a third. Go ahead and do a fourth of a third on there, guys. You know how to do that. Show me that.
Well, it's 1 times 1, which is 1, and then 4 times 3, which is 12.
But why do you also have 3/4?
Why do I also have 3/4?
Mm-hmm. Where did that 3/4 come from that we got? Where did this come from?
Oh, I'm forgetting the problem now.
It's okay. It's right here. It's 1/4 of 3 1/3.
Oh, it's a fourth of 3 1/3. You said 3 1/3 of 1/4.
Well, is that the same thing?
No.
Do you think that's the same thing? Of means to do what?
Right now.
Of means what operation, guys? Of means. Oh, so with multiplication, is 8 times 2 the same as 2 times 8?
Yes, I know, but
So is 1/4? Does that matter? Oh, set it off once. Shh, bring it down. Okay, let's break it into 2 parts. 3.
3 times 1/4 and then doing 3 times 1/3.
Let's try that. So, our original problem is this. So why don't we try again, guys. Erase your board. Bennett, stay with me, please. Write down just the problem here, okay? Ask 3 before me.
3 1/3 times 1/4.
We're gonna switch in about 1 minute, so be ready. This isn't a challenging problem, so I want us to just think about the 3 part, okay? So can you do 3 times 1/4? Okay, figure out 3 times 1/4. Okay, write that down. That's those 3/4 that we were talking about. Done it?
And then I did that. And then it's a third, and then it's a third, and fourth. Oh, it's just 1/4.
So you've got 3/4, but then you have to do a third times a fourth. So you've got 3 times a fourth is 3/4.
And you don't want to do the algorithm.
And you want to do 1/3 of a fourth is a 12th. So now you've got a 3/4 and a 12th. How are you going to figure out what that is all together?
Don't worry.
So 3/4 equals how many 12ths? Yes. Okay. Let's erase and try a little bit different problem. Because that one was challenging, and I'm glad that you guys stuck with it. How do you do 1/3 of 4? What's 1/3 of 4, Bennett? Show me. Yeah, that's a strategy that works. Okay, and then how do you simplify that? Right. So, if you guys can do this, and if you guys can do this, can you do that too? 1/3 times 1/4? Can you do that too? So if you can do this type of problem and this type of problem, then you will see that you can also do a problem like this. Okay? Guys, what's wrong with your headphones? Go ahead and plug it in, plug it in, plug it in. Okay, go ahead and freeze. I'm looking for math compliments. Okay, so what are we working on right now? What did we learn today?
We were learning the algorithm for multiplying fractions.
Okay, and what did we learn yesterday? Yes?
Models.
Models. Okay, so now show me this problem.
Any way we choose.
One third of 2. If you had 2 pizzas, what's 1/3 of 2? Any method. Do you need a pen? There you go.
Yeah.
They're right here, but you can have mine.
I actually think you took mine.
Why is 1/3 of 2 2/3? Brogan.
Because you're basically just multiplying 1/3 twice.
Right, because 1/3 of 1
And you can also
is a third. So 1/3 of 2 would be 2 of these. Right. Okay? Keep that on your board. And now show me what's 1/3 of a fourth. So if I have 1/4, what's 1/3 of this? Why is 1/3 of 1/4 1/12, Nisha?
Oh, okay. So you just multiply the numerators by each other, and the denominators by each other.
But why does that work? Why is 1/3 of a fourth a 12th? Why? Here.
Well, since it's multiplication.
Let's look at a fourth. There's a fourth. Okay, here's a third. How would I break the third into 4 pieces?
12ths.
Okay, so I've got 12ths. So now why is 1/4 of a third a 12th? Ada. Why is 1/4 of a third a 12th? When you look at this.
1
1/4 would be, is that, okay? So now, Brogan, you can do something like this. So, see how we did 1/3 of 2 and 1/3 of 1/4? So what's 1/3 of 2 and 1/4? Think about what you just did. You did 1/3 of 2, right? And you got 2/3. And then you did 1/3 of a 4th, and you got what? So what are those two parts? Try it. Or I'll give you paper. If you're going to draw there, then you don't get a pen. Okay? You just did 1/3 of 2, and you just did 1/3 of 1/4. So how would you combine those? How would you figure out the total?
You have to use that too.
Yeah, because we broke it into 2 parts. So if you had 1/3 of a 4th is a 12th, and 1/3 of 2 is 2/3, how would you figure out what this is combined? What operation would you use?
Addition.
To combine? Oh, addition. So Brogan's saying 8/12 plus 1/12. Where'd you get 8/12 from, Brogan?
I just used the least common denominator, and that would be 8/12.
So you guys just, by doing that, you actually just multiplied a mixed number. Which is pretty exciting. So, okay, go ahead and erase your boards. Let's try another problem. Think about that method. I want you to see it. So if I go ahead and draw yourself 3 pizzas. Actually, no. Let's do 2 pizzas and a 4th. So show me 2 pizzas and a 4th. Okay, now, how would I figure out what half of that is? So wait, first of all, how much do I have all together right here? Right now, Ada, how much do I have all together?
2 and a 4th.
2 and a 4th. Now what if I had 2 and a 4th pizzas to share, but then I needed to split those into halves for 2 people. So if I had 2 and a 4th pizzas, I'm really hungry, and I need to split that between 2 people, how much pizza would each person get?
4 halves plus.
Okay, so here's my 2 whole pizzas and a 4th. If I were to split that in half, if I go in with my pizza cutter and just go just like this, how much would I have? How much would I have? How much pizza would each person get? Okay, here, let's just say if it's Brogan and Misha. Here's a pizza for you, and here's a pizza for you. Okay, put it down. Do you guys have the same amount?
Yeah.
Bennett, Rowan, keep working. How am I going to split this, though, guys? How am I going to split this between you? What do you think, Elizabeth? How am I going to split this?
You cut in half.
How am I going to cut this in half?
2 8.
Oh, an 8? Where did the rest of my pizza stuff go? So if I cut this in half, I get what? Say it again.
2 8.
So how much do you guys each get? A whole pizza plus?
1 and an 8.
No, I have to cut this in half. If I cut this in half, I get...
That would be 1.
Okay, so you guys each get 1 whole pizza and an 8. So guess what you just did? You just did 2 and a 4th times 2. You just again multiplied mixed numbers. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and stop.